And I seen the silence, the nation of your next move. 906, circle 9, verse 2 thoughts and sights. Glocked, glicked, glicked, glocked. Glock for the word the same God. G-I-D is the way you spell. Dragon for the view. Jad. J-I-D for the glicked. There's 2 thoughts in sight before we say blah. It's a dead time view before you curse the 906. Dig it eats before you want to rest. It's the way we eat and rest. We hold food like that to rest and say, here we are. Have food in your hands and hold it. Then you have a rest saying rest. They war, no matter how many laws. We say ain't no law, just hold the food and rest. Close your eyes. Feels good to see. Ain't nobody to believe, but I want to get one thing straight. Put that beard up and say, you ain't no lion. Behold your little chin beard like this. We say, look at the neck, 9 knife. Never want to view the sight of the life. There's lion here. So you get there right till the time comes back to time mates. Flick the watch, we don't wear that. So when you want to get caught, you want to see people like that saying, hold your phone. I know the people with the phone. It's a porno phone for all of y'all. If you want to say anything about language, it's the list. Done sees for done seen the signs. Before you break a law or do something not what we meant to do, you go back and you cite your flag and you put it up like that before you get sentenced to the day you rise. Arise and silent seekers. Get this right. You type or you print this dollar bill you want to talk about every day. Dollar bills. Dollar bills. The same. The till went out. The rights. I say slit or I say k. Low. Too slow. Nobody brush. It's a hush that you want to say. Who taught the word of saying in God we trust? Who taught the trust? A thought. People came to sound more, and you were hoping for help. They knew that you say you got too many cultures, got too many religions, got too many colors, what you want to call about race. So you had differences and you just couldn't say anything. They couldn't sleep. So they sights of Jonathan are coming from where he used to live. He's only 6 years old. Very all sorts the village he came from was saying, here he is. I come back any time of the day, daytime. 2 times you live, 3 times you chin. Renew the fame, don't arise. Cause you might be the night. Jade might say, stop. Your law, your claw, come out, physical form, and tell me if you weep. On the time of walking, someone holding his hand. Everyone's there. They were saying, are you sure you can help? And this is Jonathan walking through the sea, dragging his feet underneath to the boats where he has to go and say, word of his word, he must walk to her. She comes out looking like this, that her name is Da. A-D, after dead, after death, after die, after dream. Puts her earrings on like this, feels cause it's diamonds. You know the way of her is always saying come. He has to come to words when the Jonathan lets go. Crying in his voice, it's a loud roar of saying nobody knows why. He has to say to walk of trust, come to her and ask what you have and what you do. He's only 6 years old. I come back at any time of the fault, at any age, at any will. Because it's always 906 the same will. The favor in his favor. He sat to walk. Alone he cries. She puts her hands out. And he cries in tears. This is trust. He goes to her. She picks him up. And she says he came. But this is what he says. From view or distance, You look on an angle like this, corner of your eye, is how you look at the woman. Don't even do a direct thought or saying see the way you're saying direct, straight. It's a bad manner. Don't be rude. It's how you look at a woman. Look at on the side of the corner of your eyes, you can see them. And you'll notice the way they are. That's the way Ayana Tana looked at her, just from the side. And just says one word, of 2 or 3 of what he feels. Of saying, you're pretty. She is smiling. That's when he goes, people know they have to say, Ayana Tana. Not a child, not a children, just Ayana Tana. Sign him they take of saying no people to rights, but people to say. They're all on the floor or saying ceilings under and people eating together. Saying Ayana Tana here to say. Nobody close your doors at night. It's the way he says sleep inside. Everybody had to open up the doors. Ayana Tana walks the night or evening saying, where do I sleep? Walks through, everybody's doors are open. Goes in the door like this, don't close it, leave it open. Everyone leaves it open. And he cites this every night, the day, the evening, he sleeps through anyone's way of saying home or house or where you live, to say give. He goes in the house, nobody knows, and he says, I sleep here tonight. That's what he did every time he lived there, saying, everybody can sleep together now. No more dreams of saying anything. Are you scared? Are you afraid? Or you just don't want to get along with these people because they're like, Donna never says Donna, but Ayana Tana to say that's the sight he made of the trust. Because they checked the time, we never wear a watch. Because they knew it was trust. That's where Ayana Tana came and taught trust. And said this is trust. Not that in God we trust on their dollar bills. It got the woman thinking hypnotized, but really the light said, who's really the light? Jod, J-I-D. You sight what you sight, that shine of the star you see above. We say Jod, because it's the fire in the inside. It's the same field. Jod, J-I-D, with the fire. From your view, it looks like a light or a shine, but really it's fire. Put it up like this. It's Dana, D-A-Y-N-I-G-H-T. And get this right before they name you quick and twice. Or you Samoans born in New Zealand and Australia, don't ever call yourself Samoans, because they know the name. Don't give it a gets a bad or it's a sad way you're living. Predicted. Use a court summons. S-A-M-A-N-S. So you put it up and go summons. It's the name for it. And that's where the trust came from. Ayana 6 years old, the way he walks. And then you meet Da, coming back in May the 8th, 2019. It's the way we got like this. Line here. It's the way you're saying. These women, these girls, we call them Gila. They're not looking at their face. They're looking at their hair. So you just get the sights right. And it's Jod, J-I-D. And it's God for G-I-D. That's how we pronounce it. And for the woman, when you cry, when you sight, and you hurt, and you really don't know what to do, see you cry like this. Don't ever weep like that again. Do it properly. Weep like this. Get your hands, put it together like this. See this thumb here? Use this knuckle of the weep to your left, and together you hold. See this thumb? It's a knuckle. Saying like this to your right, you weep, and that's how you do it as you speak, And don't ever say your sorrow, just say you don't know. We reap, we eat in sorrow. This where the trust form came from. Just get the trust word right. It's not in God but trust. It's the way he came in and said people have to sleep. It's a dream, sleep. Because if I ever want big, fashion, money, clothes, and jewelry, and luxury, and everything I want, or being rich, I say I'm not gonna take their money. I gotta get sleep. Man, I'm not that deep, but I gotta sleep like that. Man, just take what you know and appreciate what you got. And never say people giving out pamphlets, just flick it away and say we don't read. You say time here, I say color the skin. It's gold, sand. Get it right where the dust came from, made of sand. Water in sight, the fight never gives up. Give it up. It's not in God we trust. It's the Yonatana that made the trust. And that to come out soon next year, 2019, May the 8th, that to say, I'm back in form. She come like this, 45 years, she's there to stay. 906, I love you. Donna, she has no one to speak to. She color like, what you wanna call it? Her color's like, you wanna call it white or light or anything? It's pale. She got pale skin. 45 years without no words, she knew. Without saying a word, saying no words just to keep you. Da. It's the way you've never looked. She said differences and meaning of what you want to compete with or what you want to reject. Saying no words for 45 years and saying no one to talk to. She had a name and it was Einwah. And I gave her a name and saying, Einwah, I want to. That's her in the sight. Just compared it, never spoke. Alone for 45 years of trust and nobody to take. How you leave someone like that? Come back to recollect and saying this is who you are. Put your earrings on like that. Diamonds for your earrings. The ear. Don't drop a tear. Just say share for your viewers saying drive and drive till you notice when are you gonna walk. You don't need it, elbow it like this to your cheek, to your chin, just in case you wanna block. We say this, click, locked, and then we don't do anything, pour it out. Drink your summons of water, sing, nice to feel, we ask for water. All these women inside like to do this and that, they like the fire. I go water, cause I can shower in pleasure and say, wash me, water's the taste. Before you wanna walk and say it's a miracle to walk on water, came in my way to sit, so saying, sit on water, I do the one, and I do the two, and I say, you wanna see me? I grab a plate, Yonatana likes, cause I'm like that. Look, I eat in the toilet and do that at the same time I sing. How can I do that? Are you being rude? I'm hungry. Man, no shy, no time. Do what you do. It's no fights, it's just the lights. Pull it up, then I see the silence. Get their names right. No Samoans, half caste or anything. New Zealand, Australian born. Salmons. Call them Salmons. S-A-M-A-N-S. Not Samoans. So get that right. Time the night. Mwah.